Hell yeah. You guys have probably put it together by now, but I am bi, or as my mom says, a people pleaser. But, oh yeah? Prove it. No, I like being bi. It's given me a lot of confidence, you know, in myself and like who I am as a person when I finally came out. And I think what it really means for me is like, I'm not afraid to die. And I know that's a weird take, and here's why I can say, okay, because I'm not afraid to die, because I know exactly what's going to happen to me when I die. I'm going to come back as a ghost. You might be thinking, that's a lot of confidence for somebody with a nose ring in the afterlife. I understand that, but here's how I know this, because every YouTube video I've watched and every podcast I've listened to has said the same exact thing. In order to come back as a ghost, you got to die with unfinished business. That's easy as the day is long. Are you kidding me? I'm a college dropout. I got leftover pizza in the fridge. I edged for like 20 minutes before I came over here. I got a lot of unfinished business in my life. That will remain so, you know? And here's why I want to be a ghost. It's very brave. This is what I want to do is I want to come back and haunt homophobic people. Yes, yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm very brave. I have to already be dead to confront them, but so, missed me. Right, and I'm not talking about like any run-of-the-mill homophobes. I'm talking about, we all have dads. I'm talking about one specific type of homophobe, right? The type of homophobe that says stuff like this: I don't hate queer people. I just wish they wouldn't shove it down my throat. And every time I hear that said, I'm like, why did you have to say it like that, you fucking cock tease? Are you kidding me? That's a Freudian slip if I've ever heard one in my life. They're like, don't shove it down my throat, and I don't know, don't like spit on my ass and shove it in raw Brokeback style either, please. I just love an Oscar winner, what can I say? But this would be my move, though, as a ghost. This is what I would do. I wouldn't dress like I do now. That'd be dumb. So what I would do is I would, like, really lean into my queerness, like, aesthetically. Like, you know how most ghosts have, like, those Victorian hoop skirts and stuff like that? Yeah, I ain't got the hips for that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be done up in, like, full 80s camp drag, like Divine, okay? I'm going to have the big beehive wig, the dumb white dress, mascara down to my chinny chin chin. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for these homophobes to go to bed. So, like, 9:45 or something like that. And what I'll be doing is I'll be chilling all invisible style in the room waiting for my cue. And my cue is when they pull up the covers, right? They get in, they pull up the covers, bang, bitch factor. I poof in like, boo, baby! They're uncomfortable, right? And what they do is they're like, oh my God, it's a ghost. And that's when that bitch factor kicks in. I'm like, I'm gonna stop you there. I actually identify as a phantom. Thank you very much. And yeah, before you ask, my pronouns are, was, were. I would appreciate it if you acknowledge me. Thank you. It was very kind of you to say. They said I was very funny. Thank you. You're a little drunker than the table. I like that. I like your ascot as well. That wasn't so. It's a very. I wish I had. I had a stupid pearl necklace. I just got an ascot. Are you kidding me? He just went, ah. That was fun. All right. All right, this is a joke I can only ever do in front of crowds like you. So I've been thinking, you guys think now that RFK Jr. is involved with government, he'll keep with the family tradition and get the back of his fucking head blown off, or is that just me? Yeah, I think it's pretty funny, too. And look, I'm not advocating. I don't think he even needs to get shot. His head looks like it just might do that, you know? He looks like a twice-baked potato, doesn't he? You know what I mean? Like, he looks like if you were to poke him with a serving fork, his body would do the thing that the turkey from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. And the ghost of science leaves his body or whatever, I don't know. You guys are cool. All righty. This next joke is about politics, and it's also very fun. Yo, I think it's wild that like 7 months ago, someone tried to shoot Trump, and then 3 days later, after it happened, the entirety of this country was like, I don't give a fuck, and then just moved on. I love that, and I think I know why, okay? I think deep down, whether you love Trump or whether you hate Trump, when we heard the news, every single one of us had the same exact reaction, right? And that reaction was, that took longer than I thought it was gonna. You know what I mean? Like that. Like whether you love him or hate him, we all kind of saw that for him, right? Like we all read the tea leaves, you know what I mean? Like we all saw it. Like no one on this earth heard the news and was surprised. That's not a real person, okay? There's not one person that's on this earth that heard that news and was like, what? No! Everybody was like, no shit, did it work? What happened? You know, like. Now, the next thing I'm going to say is going to sound smart, and I don't mean it to, so I do apologize in advance. But I think the reason why we don't talk about it as a country is because the media couldn't figure out, like, who to blame, you know what I mean? Because I saw it on both sides, especially online. Like, I saw some people be like, obviously, the guy that tried to shoot him is conservative. He had a gun, right? And I'm over here like, I don't know, man. I think he's liberal. He missed. So,